Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Ryan with DP Marketing.Services. Hey, I'm also the book on digital marketing for plumbing and HVAC contractors. Thanks for tuning in. Coming at you with a video. So normally, if you're familiar with our channel, we try to keep just really practical tips for HVAC, plumbing, and electrical contractors to help them grow their business, get more leads, understand different marketing decisions. So today we're going to be talking about something that's a little bit outside of marketing in the conventional sense. But it's something a lot of you guys face with. Almost probably, if you were honest, you probably had to face with almost every call of every day, and that is understanding the price objection rather. If you've done sales for long, you know that the price objection is one of the most common ones. And unless you've gone through some sales training, you probably don't always know what to do with that. So let me say it this way. For most people, I would say 92% of the time, when a customer gives you a price objection, it actually has nothing to do about money. Nothing, not a thing. Your hourly rate's not too much. It has nothing to do with your part supplier. It has nothing to do with your warranty coverage. It has nothing to do with the actual dollars and cents. What it does more have to do with the customer not understanding the value that you're providing for the service that you do. So here's an example. There's a company we work with. They went out. They had to do some repiping inside the bathroom. They were able to do it in a way where they didn't bust up all the tile. All in all, fairly simple job. Still took 3.5 hours, and it was somewhat intrusive, but was able to get in, get out, do all the work, and the check that they charged the customer with was $1,000. So when a customer calls and you say, hey, it's going to be $1,000 for me to come out to your house and do X work, they don't understand what that $1,000 means, right? So of course the first thing is, well, that's a lot of money. They don't know how much it should cost or what it normally would cost. They don't know. And no coupons or promotions or coupons or incentives is going to help fill that gap for them. They don't understand how to put that into context. So here's an example using this actual scenario of a person coming out, is that they are, one, a master plumber. If you are in the trades, you know how hard it is and how important it is to have that master license. So this guy, master plumber, he is not a hack. He knew how to do the repair in a way where it preserved the tile, it kept the damage to a minimum. It was fairly invasive for the scope of work that was required. And for a customer, they're not aware of things like how much it costs you for insurance and what your overhead rate is to even get the call, or how much you have to pay your salary of the person who answers the phone. They're not thinking about all the costs of doing business to even have somebody show up to their house. Most shops that we talk to, it costs them about $200-ish to turn on their van and drive to a customer's house. By the time you do all the math, by the time that person's sitting in traffic and the time you're paying for that insurance, about $200 is what it costs from answering the phone to getting someone to their door. And so if a customer is balking at $1,000 repair, or honestly, the dollar sign's irrelevant, what they're not doing is understanding the value you provide. So typical sales is to do a couple things. One, do not talk about the dollar sign until you understand the pain point the customer has in a way that you can actually talk that pain point back to them. So I don't know the specifics of this particular example that I threw out, but let's pretend that they called and said, hey, I need something done, it's leaking, whatever. So great. Before you give a quote, do not give it over the phone. Do not do it over a text message, because again, the customer doesn't have anything else to understand it. Show up to the house, look at the site, ask the customer questions. Why is it that you're trying to do this today? Why today and why not 3 months from now, or why not 3 months ago? Why is it important that this is done right? How important is it that these, like in this case, things like the tile is protected and you don't have to rework all that tile work in the shower? The more you understand the pain point, the more you can understand how you're solving their problem. And then when you address the bid, you can actually use those same words. And now in this part of the sales process, these are called bullets. So you're going to fire these bullets, things that you've learned through the conversation with your customer that you will actually use to help close the deal. So a customer says, how much? I just need a quote. I just need a ballpark. It's no big deal. If I had time, I would do it myself. Like, all those are bogus. In the case of this, go out, ask the questions, help the customer understand what you're doing. Hey, we're going to come in this way. We're doing it because we found that it's actually going to cause less damage. We're going to protect all your cost here and save you from having to get someone to do drywall and someone to do tile and someone to do blah, blah, blah. Help explain your credibility. Help explain your cost of business. Help explain the benefits you provide for your team in a way where your employee goes, man, $1,000 for everything that you bring to the table, it's actually very fair. And you can think about this like you go to a doctor's office. Doctor's offices, best case scenario, you're going to show up to an appointment. You're going to show up early because they ask you to. You're going to see the doctor 15 to 20 minutes late. You're going to get 5 to 7 minutes with the doctor, and then they're going to bill your insurance, who knows how much. And that's what you're doing, is you're paying for that little window of time with an expert that has their insight and experience that's keeping people healthy in this case. They don't need to see you for 3 hours. They don't need to see you for 6 hours. They're just going to say, oh, your shoulder hurts. Stop doing that. Take 2 of these. Call me in the morning. Their years of experience is helping them make those decisions quickly for you. That's what you're paying for. So when a customer starts balking at it, oh, that's $300 an hour, or I should have been a plumber, they're not understanding the value that you're providing for them. And this is going to be really, really, really important, especially in jobs that are fast and especially on jobs that look easy, right? If you're having to dig up everything in the backyard to redo a sewer line, they're going to understand the value. But when it looks like it should be simple or fast or quick, you have to make sure that you and your team focus on the value. It's part of sales. It's really important. But I'd love to know what you think. Leave a comment below, follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you next time.